All right, are we live? I think we're live now. All right. Sorry about that, everyone. I apparently was having some issues with OBS, but apparently I've got that taken care of now. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight, we're going to take a look at the entire crypto atmosphere. We're going to take a look at the market. And I want to take a look at several things here. Before I get into any of it, of course, as you all know, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research, and I'm just giving my opinion on the market, um, as always. So let's take a look at some things. I'm going to start by taking a look at, of course, Bitcoin. I'm going to take a look at dominance. I'm going to take a look at some other alts. I'm going to take a look at the total market cap. I just kind of want to see what's going on because something is changing, right? We can see that we have had no volatility, and then all of a sudden we're getting a little bit of volatility here, especially today and yesterday as well. We've had two significant candles, two significant hourly candles. I want to look at those and see if any of this is making any sense to me. So far, so good. So, of course, all the disclaimers. Let's go ahead and take a look at things. So, yesterday we were talking about us completing what I thought at the time was a wave three. And let me just kind of remove all of this here, remove this, all these guys for now. Let's go ahead and just clean this up a little bit. Talk about what I saw and why I thought we were going to be moving down here, which we did, and then start to make this last move up. All right, so first I was looking at this zone right here. We bounced out of that just fine. We came back down, we went down a little bit lower, and then we started to see us move up. So let's just dig into this real quick and see if this made any sense. So let's just dive right into this right here. So first off, we have our dominant pivot high. We have our dominant pivot low. Okay, we came back to the 618 almost exactly right here at about 94. We got just shy of 94. Then target was 9,300. Okay, so for an A, B, C, the target was 9,300. We went just on the other side, about $10 on the other side, went to 92.90. That was a good move. That was a correction. Okay, so that was a nice corrective move. That worked out just fine. So this C is back here. Let's go ahead and fix this while we're in here, which I believe was the bottom of this 4 wave. Okay, so again, just to recap, we're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a diagonal into what I currently have outlined as an A. Might change my mind on this. Then I have a correction ABC into the B, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1, ABC into the 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3, ABC into the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're going to make another push for 96. Okay. Previously, I had us stopping out just shy of 95. I think we're going to make a push for 96. I think it's going to be one last little push that goes up there. We'll create some bearish divergence. Maybe we don't get that. Maybe we don't get it. Only reason why I am skeptical of this is when I look over here at the indicators, the 1 hour, the 3 hour, and the 12 hour are all up above 70. I think they're all above 75. If I take a look here, let's just see if we can just get this to show me where everything is at. All right, so the 12 hour, the important 12 hours at 81, the important 3 hours at 75.4, the important hourly is at 83.1. The hourly has crossed down. Okay, so I'm not prepared to say that we're just going to completely just fall from here, but what I will say is I have started building a short position up here. I was looking at shorting back here with the stop at 95. We got to 95, but now we're currently forming a little bit of a we'll call it a pennant. It's not really there hasn't been enough time to really identify if that's what's happening here. I do think we make a push for 96. Okay, I do think that will happen. What I can say is we've got a markup here and we've got some consolidation up here, a little bit of distribution, but then some reaccumulation here. Then we've had another markup. Okay, so that's 1, 2 markups that we have seen with significant volume as well. So let's just outline the volume that we've seen. I mentioned this also yesterday, how we didn't really have significant volume. We needed to see some buying, and we've seen significant buying here. Okay, so this is important. This entire consolidation effort that we were seeing here at this red trend line, this red trend line was pretty important. First, we were taking a look all the way back here saying, okay, well, we moved up, then we moved back down under it. Then we moved back up above it, and really we've been up above it ever since, and now we're starting to see some volume to go to the upside. When we're talking about low volatility, look at all of this sideways movement here. And this goes all the way back to, I mean, heck, it even comes further back, all the way back here to mid-June. I mean, so you could say that we have been trading, really below about 92.50, since June 25th, with the exception of this little push up here, and then now here more recently. And yeah, we broke through one of those resistance levels that I've been talking about. So to get a retest down here of about 95, I think we do make that move up to 96. Now what happens there at 96, that still remains to be seen. Where we got rejected here just recently at about 95.90 or 95.83, wherever it was that we got rejected, if you look left, okay, you can definitely see there is a large cluster of support and resistance flips over here. So we've got resistance here, we pushed up, it was support, and now it is currently providing as resistance. Okay, so we'll take this with a grain of salt. What I can say is we broke through this resistance here. So although I am a little bearish at this particular price point, I do think it's going to make a push for 96. Now let's see if there's any technical reasons why that should be or could be a target. So let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit here. Let's take a look at this. I hope the stream is going okay. Right now YouTube is kind of screaming at me. So shout me, give me a shout out on the YouTube chat if you guys can see and hear okay. All right, so couple things that I want to measure out here. And actually what I'm going to do just for clarity here, I'm going to move to a different chart. I'm going to go to BTC USD on Bitstamp. All right, cool, Al. Thanks for the comment. Glad that it's working. All right, let's take a look at Bitstamp here. All right, so we know that we're taking a look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then ABC into this move right here. So let's measure this. And another reason why I want to use Bitstamp is because it's not prone to a lot of the overloads and things that you see on like BitMEX. Also on Bitstamp, a spot exchange saw more volume on this move than it saw in the previous markup phase. So that is also a little bit skeptical for me. But anyway, we've got this bottom right here. I'm going to be a little approximate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1. So that's going to be about right there. And then we're going to pull this back to the 2. All right, so if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're working on the 5, we should see this come up to about 96.13. All right, so this seems to be okay. This seems to be good. So from this, we've got, again, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1, A, B, C into the 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe into the 3. We know that this is a 4, and then the 5 should come up there to about 96.15. So I know this is a little slightly different than what I was looking at previously, but this does seem to work well. In retrospect, BitMEX does look a little bit different than this, where this looks more like, a 1, 2, and then the 3 would be up here, but the measurement on this makes sense for a 3, and this works for a 4, and then the 5 target up here at the 2618 also makes sense. Let's just do a regular fib pull on this and see where we're getting some hits on this. So we'll pull this down right here, pull this up there, and we came back to the 382, almost went down to the 50, which is a little deep for a wave 4. Yeah, I mean, the target right there would be at about 95.27, and we're sitting about 95.50. I think it makes sense that this is likely where we're going to go. 96, 96.15 is likely where this is going to go. Probably aren't going to get much of a retrace on this if I had to guess. So let's measure wave 1 and project it from wave 4. So we look like we are getting a little bit of an extension here on this fifth wave. Again, that 1618 gets right up to 9600. There's a lot that's saying that 9600 is where this thing is going to stall out and stop. If it does stall out and stop at 9600, what I'm going to be looking for is I'm going to be looking for a corrective move down. And where that's going to end up being, let's just see, if we do go to 96. So let's say in a perfect world, we get right up there. I'm going to try and get this 9600. All right, come back down to the 50 or the 618, which would be, well, let's look at 9300. This seems like a really good place for us to come back down to. All right, so if we're going to make a little bit of a correction, they go up for this 5 at 9600, then we're going to go down here, find some support there. Then essentially, I would expect it to come down to the 50 before it moves up. If we're bullish, this is what we're going to see. Something along these lines. I think that's what I would expect to see. We're going to see this last move up here into the 5, 9600, and then we're going to see a correction maybe down to 93. So I would take a short at 96. Again, I'm building right now. I'm building a short. I'm looking to basically stop loss somewhere on the other side of 96. I'm willing to give it a try again. I did have a short already that I took from this general area over here, and I got stopped out when we overtook. I believe it was 95.15 I think is where I had my stop. So I'm building up here to 96 because this has come up here. We've got a decent amount of volume on this. The indicators are getting way overbought though, and I could be completely wrong. So I'll take the loss again, and that's okay. I still have my spot position, so it is what it is. All right, so I guess that's really it on Bitcoin right now. If we have a shift in trend, that 12 hours is going to stay up there for a while. So just be careful getting caught into, basically what I just got done saying. Everything is overbought. That doesn't mean it's going to come down, right? You're going to be looking for a bearish cross to go to the downside. All right, so let's take a look at dominance. BTC.D for dominance. Let's take a look and see what's going on here. Very, very interesting. This is very interesting. Dominance is actually going down. Okay, for the last couple hours, dominance has been going down. Why? Why is dominance going down? I'm going to remove the indicators and I'm going to remove the volume because they don't make any sense. Why is dominance going down while Bitcoin's price is going up? That's a great question. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum.D. Look at Ethereum's dominance. It's going through the roof. Okay. Let's take a look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin on Binance. What's happening here? This is just shooting up. Okay. This is gaining alpha. If you are in Ethereum, you are gaining alpha. This is just, this has been a really strong move. And did we catch it? Were you able to catch lots of accumulation opportunity? And now we're at 0.0278. Okay, so this is still looking pretty darn bullish to me. This is still looking pretty bullish. Okay, so this is a count that I have put together. I did this a long time ago. I have not changed this. Honestly, this is the first time I've touched this this chart in a while. Again, looking at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1, A, B, C into the 2. So you've got, potentially a 5, 3, and then you've got 5 waves down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a 3. And then you have a W, X, Y, X, Z down here into the 4. And now we're working on the 5th wave. Working on the 5th wave, and we look like we're doing pretty darn good. Pretty darn good right here, okay? So where is this 5th wave going to end up going? Well, let's just go ahead and measure this out and see if this is going to make a good move here. So from down here at the bottom, we're going to measure wave 1. We're going to pull it back from wave 4, okay? So you're looking at potentially this right here at about 0.031, okay? And we're still at 0.0278, so I think Ethereum still has a little ways to go, right? This looks like we're starting to enter a wave 3 of 3, okay? So again, this is wave 1, 2, working on 3. I'm gonna pull this out now. Again, I haven't touched this chart, so this is my first time touching this in a while. We're ultimately looking for a move up to 0.035 to 0.036. Somewhere in that general range is where I think this is going to end. Okay, so this still looks pretty good. This looks good to move to the upside. We're hitting some resistance, right? So we may do a little bit of a pullback, but what this looks like here, this looks like a 1, a very shallow 2, and it looks like we're working on the 3, going for the 4, and then the 5 to finish that 3, potentially at 0.0318. All right, then we'll come back for the 4 and then the 5, and that's going to finish that move. That move is going to basically finish that. If I go back to a daily, I know the counts are going to look a little squashed, but let's just take a look at 0.0318. Is that where I said? No, that would be the end of the 3, the end of the 5, basically at 0.035. Let's look left and see what we've got looking left here. So we've got some resistance over here. So I would expect that if we got up here, which I think we will over time, probably are going to get some resistance here. Right now, alts are going to be gaining alpha. Let's take a look at Chainlink. Link versus Bitcoin. Let's just see what this little guy is doing. This one, so looking at the daily, it's gaining, right? It doesn't look like much here, but let's take a look at the hourly and see what it's doing. Hourly is gaining a little bit, not as much as Ethereum. Let's take a look at Litecoin versus Bitcoin. Litecoin versus Bitcoin on Binance. Here's another one. This one is gaining. The high market cap alts are doing really good. The ones that really haven't been doing much are doing pretty good right now. So this is looking pretty good, guys. This is actually looking pretty good. And I just realized you guys probably can't see the price bar, so let's just pull that over so you can see that. So alts are looking pretty darn good right now. Alts are moving more than Bitcoin is, okay? Alts are moving more than Bitcoin is. So let's take a look at the recent 4-hour, actually let's move to 6-hour. I'm going to have to move to a 12-hour here. So in the 12-hour, Litecoin has gained 0.51%. The previous 12-hour, I guess we can take a look at the daily. It was really, no, this was yesterday. Okay. So, you know, we're getting some green. Let's take a look. Litecoin versus the US dollar. Let's go to Coinbase and take a look at this. All right. So yesterday, Litecoin was up 2.72%. The previous day was up 4.43%. All right, and basically what we're looking at there is a move over the previous 2 days of 7.58%. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin. BTC USD, again, we'll go to Coinbase here. Let's take a look. I'm just going to go ahead and clear this off. All of that is old. All right, so on the previous 2 days, on this one, on Bitcoin, you see we've gone up only about 4%. So alts are outperforming Bitcoin right now. So alts, I think, are what you should be in. And again, if you're not in an alt, you know, we just went on a little bit of a run. So just, dang it, be careful. Be careful. Don't invest in something that's just recently, you know, gone up in value. Dips are for buying, right? And again, you know, you just have to be real careful. If you have my indicators, if you're insured on the Discord, you know what to look for. And I'm going to go through it right now. I want to take a look at alts. I want to take a look and see what is worth buying right now, to see if there is anything worth buying right now, okay? Because it's possible that we don't have anything that's really worth buying at the moment. But I do want to take a look at a lot of the alts. The other thing that I do want to take a look at, before I get into the alts, I want to take a look at the total market cap. Let's take a look at total. This is the total crypto market cap, and let's just see how much we have appreciated in value just in the last few hours. Keeping in mind, Bitcoin has only gone up, you know, just a small percentage. And I see TradingView is kind of acting a little funny on me here, so we'll give it just a second to get itself together. All right, total market cap when we broke out, right? You can definitely see where we broke out here. We've currently gone up about 2.48% just in the last, you know, 5 or 6 hours. If you're taking a look at yesterday, the total market cap of crypto has gone up about 4.7%, very similar to what Bitcoin has gone up. But alts are doing really good. Let's take a look at total 2, which is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. Let's see what the alts only are doing. So we've had a significant increase, you know, 3.75, 3.76% across all alts over just the last few hours. Again, taking a look since yesterday when we saw that move up, that's gone up about 6.5%. So again, more alpha is gained being in alts right now. All right. One thing that I always try and tell everybody is don't chase the green. Okay, don't chase the green. I'm taking a risk by shorting Bitcoin up here. Okay, I'm taking a risk at that. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Probably I'll get stopped out, and that's okay if I do. Okay. All right, haters gonna hate. I'll do what I think is best for me right now. What's best for me is not always going to be what's best for you. So I'm just going to quickly scan through these alts. And let me move this over so you can see what I'm going to be looking through. I'm going to try and do this real fast because if you've done this with me before, you know it takes a while. So I'm going to try and do this real quick. I don't want to waste your time. Bitcoin is not a buy for me right now. Bitcoin Cash does not look like it's a buy for me either right now. Bitcoin Cash is actually dropping a little bit more than Bitcoin is. It's very, very overbought. Ethereum, we can definitely tell that this is overbought right now. Ethereum is definitely overbought. Dash, let's see what Dash looks like. We've had a little bit of a move up here. And it may have a little bit more room to go. The 3 hour has just been kind of stuck up here. So I would say that Dash probably has a little bit more room to go. I wouldn't buy it. I'm only saying that it has a little bit more room because the 12 hour is still pretty erect right now. XMR is dropping a little bit. It doesn't look as strong as some of the other alts. What that could be argued as it hasn't made a move yet, right? Man, I can't believe XMR is at $71. I used to swing this back in 2017, 2018 at like $300 to $400. It was great to swing back then. Nonetheless, it's not a buy. The algo did call a buy on this. So let me just highlight this, that the algo did call a buy on this, on this candle back here. So it really wasn't optimal. I don't particularly like the algo on alts with this particular setting, but I can see where the 3 hour did cross back here. So yeah, I wouldn't buy it. Let's just keep moving. Litecoin had a really significant move up, had that resistance. That resistance level had been up there for a long time, and it hit it almost perfectly. It's overbought. Would not buy it. Zcash. Zcash looks like it's consolidating. Looks like it's done a little bit of a retest. Probably has a little bit more room to go. Just like Bitcoin, we're looking for Bitcoin up to 96. So Bitcoin probably has another $100 to go, which means that Zcash and some of these other probably have a little bit more room to go. What I'm looking for is something that just looks like trash, looks like garbage. BNB, it looks very similar to XMR. The charts look almost identical. It's getting up there. Neo at freaking $11.58. This should be a $100 coin. Neo looks like it's getting overbought as well. I would just be very careful with that one. Ethereum Classic. This one is not up as much. Why is this one not up as much as I would expect it to be? It does look like it's overbought, but it's not getting as high as I would have expected. I want to take a look at this really quick just to see where we're getting some rejection. Yeah, it looks like this is only going to get up to maybe $6.42. That's going to take us up to the 618 for a golden zone rejection. Maybe it goes to 650, but it looks like Ethereum Classic wants to come back down to like 586, 587, or sorry, 568 to 569. My dyslexia got the best of me there. Let's take a look at Chainlink. Bitcoin on a run. Look at this short that we had put in here on Chainlink at about $8.64. You had a couple opportunities to take that short. This is from a video that I did a while back. You still have that opportunity to get out of that short if you are not comfortable with it. What I can say on this is the 12 hour is getting down there. So if we make one more push down, maybe down to $6.60, I have a feeling it's not going to come all the way back down to $6. This one's probably going to make a move to the upside, right? So if I'm taking a look at this, I'm seeing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3, A, B, maybe up a little bit more into the 4, up to about $8. Then I think it comes down for the 5, which is probably going to come to 650. So I think Chainlink, there is a good opportunity here in Chainlink. I'm going to go ahead and put an alert here at 657. I'm going to keep an eye on this one because I would say this is going to be a good opportunity to buy some Chainlink. Just my opinion. That's all this is. just my opinion. So DT 500, I don't know if you're watching the YouTube right now. There's a question on Discord. How far do we think Ethereum can go? I mean, let me go back just real quick here. How far do I think Ethereum can go? I mean, it just made a pretty significant move up there to about 264. If I'm taking a look at this, let me just remove everything that I've got here. And we'll pull this guy here. If we are correcting, okay, so we have all the way down here from $81, all the way up here to 369, all the way back down to about 85. All right, I'm looking for a move up to 386, maybe even a move all the way up there. Let's see here, that comes all the way up to $550. I think Ethereum has the potential to double in price. Assuming we can get through this resistance here, and of course our ultimate high up there, I do think that it's trying to make a move up. I think that this is a 1, this is a 2, it's trying to make a 3, right? What I would expect is a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then go for the 3, right? So this thing can still pull back, and it can still pull back pretty significantly. But this does look like we did go through, a long time of consolidating above 219. Okay, and so I think we are breaking out. Yesterday, I think, was a breakout. A lot of things are going to look overbought, but I think that Ethereum could go all the way up to 385. Maybe even as high as 550. So just for the record there, not saying it's going to go straight there. Okay, so don't get all gung ho on leverage longs right now. I'm just saying that we'll probably pull back, but I think that it has that potential. All right, so let's take a look at XTZ. So we're taking a look at XTZ here. So this is, I feel like I haven't looked at this chart in a long time, but this is obviously something that I have done an analysis on. So far that 2 is there. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC into the 2, and then we're looking for 1, 2. I don't think the 3 is there, but I think we're going up for the 5. So if that's a 3, this is the 4, and then we're going to go up for the 5 on a smaller degree here. I still think this has a little bit more room to go. Let's take a look at the hourly. I don't want to get too caught in the weeds doing counts on all of the alts. Let's just take a look and see what the indicators look like. I don't see bearish divergence, do I? Not on the hourly, maybe on higher time frames. I would say that this would almost be a candidate for bearish divergence. Let me just pull this in here and see, and maybe I can take a look at this on some of the others as well. Let's remove these guys real quick and move to a higher time frame. I just want to see if on a 4-hour if we're seeing bearish divergence. No, I don't see bearish divergence on this. So this looks okay still. Let's pull that back in there. All right, we got all that back. All right, let's keep on going. Atom versus US dollar. This one is still consolidating. This has potential. Let's see what the chart looks like. The 12-hour, again, it's getting down there. Potentially has a little bit lower to go. I think it still has a little lower to go. I wouldn't buy Atom. QDM, this looks like it's probably overbought. It is overbought. Not interested in that. Let's take a look at waves. I did happen to buy some waves all the way back here at about, I think it was about $1.20. This has been doing pretty well. This looks like it wants to go on another move, right? So the hourly is recharged. Bitcoin made a move. Waves kind of went down a little bit. I think Waves looks pretty good. The 1 hour, or sorry, yeah, the 1 hour is down, but the 3-hour and the 12-hour are just kind of hanging out. They've been kind of moving sideways. You can see the 3 hours is moving sideways throughout this entire cluster. So I would say that this probably is going to make a move to the upside. And let's just see what we've got. Let me zoom out on this, get rid of that. And let's go to, say, a 4-hour time frame and see what we've got. All right, here we go. This looks, man, this looks really good, actually. So if we ignore this long wick down here, let's just take it from this guy. And we have a 5-wave up there, all the way down here. I'm going to pull it to this guy right here. Yeah, still has room to probably $3. $3 this has a potential to go to, Waves does. So again, I bought this a long time ago. If you're not in Waves, I would say that it's probably appropriate to make a small position. I wouldn't go very heavy into it just because the 3-hour and the 12-hour are kind of up there. But I would say if you're going to buy Waves, I would say to have a stop loss down here at about $1.53. So you're going to be risking about 12 cents. Okay, so I mean that can be pretty significant, right? When you're talking about that price, you're looking at about 7% loss. But if you're looking at this thing going like $2 or higher, there's a pretty good reward there if you want to take that. So Waves is something that I do like right now. Waves is one that I'm actually holding at the moment. So we'll go ahead and continue to keep an eye on this as the days go by. But okay, let's take a look at this band. I remember this. I remember looking at this and I'm like, I have no idea what this thing is, but it's going to move up, and it's moved up, right? There's no doubt about that. We've moved up. It's been really great. It's actually gone from like $1.20, $1.30 all the way up to almost $5. Whatever the heck this is, it's done good. I'm not going to buy it anymore, right? So this is, we're hitting resistance. If we can overtake $5, maybe I'll think about buying a retest of 5. But for right now, the answer is no for me on this guy. I think Waves looks a little bit better. OMG, again, Bitcoin went on a little bit of a run. OMG is starting to bleed a little bit. Not looking like something that's constructive for me. Nano, I'm going to start kind of flying through some of these just so that we don't waste a whole lot of time. This one's not a buy for me right now. Nano is not a buy. Kava looks like it's consolidating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. This potentially has more room to go down, even though it's creating a bottom indicator. Let's just look at this here. This one might be okay to buy. Take that there. We went down to the 618. So yeah, I think Kava looks okay as well. Kava looks good from a technical standpoint, not from an indicator standpoint. I mean, the hourly looks okay. But I would say this has potential to go back up to about $3.40. So if you want to risk this, I don't know if it's going to be worth it for you, but buying this guy right here, taking it up there, that's a 22% gain. We don't want to risk 14% though. We want to take this all the way down to about right here. So let's risk 5%. Stop loss at 265. Price is currently 279. You can average in if you want to buy down here in this red zone, but you got to have that stop loss at about 265. But you're going to be looking for this to go to about $3.41. This looks okay. This looks like something that I might take a trade in this. That might be worth it to me. Let's just keep on going. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. ONT, ontology, no. Let's keep on going. Again, I'm going to try and be real quick in this. RLC. So this is something that I think somebody on the Discord was asking a chart for. Oh no, it was REP. I'll see if I can do REP on this as well. RLC looks like, yeah, actually, man, this looks okay. I think it's probably going to come down a little bit more, maybe down to about $1.10. It's at about $1.26 right now. This has real good potential. RLC, keep an eye on this. I'm going to put another alert on this guy at about $1.10. Actually, I'm going to put an alert here to see if it breaks 118. If this happens, I might consider buying some RLC. This one looks like it could be good. We had some buys back here at about $1.35. Right now we're at about $1.24. I think it's probably going to come back down. If this comes down here to 118, 115, I'm going to buy some. This looks okay. Tomo, whatever the heck Tomo chain is. No, it probably has some room up, but it's not for me. ZRX, so far ZRX is following this. I put this out a long time ago, all the way back on July 13th. It looks like I said we're going to come down, we're going to come up, and then we're going to continue moving down. We came down, we went up a little bit more than I expected. Okay, now we're still coming down. We had a little bit of a bounce by right here, so maybe this is gonna move up from here. Remains to be seen. Let's see here. 1, 2. Is there good support there? Again, kind of taking a look at this. Very similar to what I did in the other one. We haven't come down to the 618 yet. It might come back down to about 39 cents. If it comes down to 39 cents, then you can take that trade and take it up to 44. So that's another potential right here. So we'll put it right here. This is where we're alerting this. So down here at about 39 cents. Wait for that to come down there. And then you're going to take this all the way up to about 44 cents. That's only 15%. The risk on this, you're going to want to take a small risk on this guy. Look, risk 2% for a potential 15%. That's something that I would probably take. So there's another one that I kind of like. I probably won't take the ZRX trade. The one that I'm most interested in right now is Kava. And of course I'm in waves. But anyway, Hive. Hive had a really big buy. Lots of volume, but look at the rejection. Man, that was a significant rejection on that guy. It's probably going to move up. Lots of accumulation opportunities back here. The 12-hour crossed. 12-hour crossed right here, and it had a really big move to the upside. Now it looks like we're just kind of selling into it. So Hive is not one that I would be buying. All right, let's take a look at Beam. What does Beam look like? A natural move to the upside. Looks like it's trying to break out. It's pretty overbought, so I wouldn't be interested in it. So ICX, let's keep on going. This one looks just like Beam, so not interested in that. Oh, Ripple. Man, Ripple. Okay, what's Ripple doing? It's way overbought. Let's see what happens here at 21 or 20.2 cents. 20.2 cents on Ripple. If this thing breaks down below that, man, it's just going to be just continued selling. I really want to be bullish on Ripple right now. I'm gonna go off the beaten path here. Let's see what happened with Ripple versus Bitcoin. When Bitcoin went on a run, Ripple just, man, it looks so pathetic. It looks so pathetic. Yeah, it's just not looking good. I like Ripple, but man, I gotta see something. I gotta see something here. Otherwise, this is just gonna be, just the bag holder coin. I do have Ripple, by the way. This one looks way overbought. Algo, all right. Algo looks like it is just hanging onto a thread here, though. It looks so bad. Algo is not something that I would be buying. We've got this support that we keep hitting over and over and over right there at about 33.5 cents. Eventually, this is going to break down, and we're going to find our way all the way back to here at like 29.3 cents. So, yeah, I'm not a real big fan of Algo right now. This is not one that I'm interested in. Let's keep on moving. Theta. Theta looks overbought. OGN. No. The buy was back here, so I'm not interested in that. ENJ, this one looks okay. We had a buy back here, which didn't really work out. The 1 hour is creating some hidden bullish divergence, so this one might be all right. We came back, and we're below the 618, so no, I don't like this one. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay, so I take it back. I retract my previous statement. Let's take a look at WRX. All right, so we had some support that we outlined here a long time ago at about 13.1, 13.2 cents. It's not a buy. AION looks like it is, this one actually looks like it's creating a little bit of a pennant. I would wait on this guy to see if this just continues consolidating here. If it breaks down below, here at about 11 cents, I would say that this one is just going to keep going down. Data. This one might be okay. Let's take this guy from the bottom, take it to the top. The 12-hour on this one looks spectacular. Potentially it comes down to 5 cents, 5.2 cents. But we got down here to the 50, so 5.5 cents seems like a good place to be buying. The next significant dip on data, I would be buying. This one looks really good. I only say it because the 12-hour is all the way down here. The 12-hour is way down here. So if we can get the 1 hour and even the 3-hour down here as well, give it some time, but this has significant potential. Okay, so I mean this could wait until the 25th. Today's the 22nd, so give it 2 to 3 days. 12 hours still going to be down there. Let that 3-hour get down there. This looks nice. This looks real nice. I'm going to set an alert on this guy as well. I would be interested in buying data. No idea what it is. I don't really care what it is. The chart looks good. The chart looks really constructive for a continuation move to the upside. And if that happens, buying at 5.2 cents, looking to sell at about 7.6 cents, I'd say that's a trade that I'd be willing to take. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Lumens. It looks overbought. It is overbought. Cardano. Man, Cardano, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're just consolidating up here. It looks like it wants to. It looks like it wants to continue moving up. It hasn't really done much yet. It's got some resistance here. If it can break through 13 cents, then I'd say it's going to continue moving even higher. So it looks pretty good. It looks like we're working on wave 4 from what I can see here. So let's just move back. Okay, let me pull up a 3-hour chart here. All right, let's see what we've got. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It just, yeah, you know what? This move is almost done. So probably is going to make another move a little bit higher. Maybe it's going to make it as far as 17 cents. From there, I think it's going to come down and make a significant correction. So if we're going to go all the way down here, all the way up there to 17 cents, potentially, probably it's going to make its way back to 6. I'd say it probably is actually going to stop here at about 7.8 to 8 cents. Probably is where it's going to come back down to. So what I expect this guy to do is probably to make a move similar like this, going to go up there, and then it's going to come back down here. And from there, we'll kind of see what happens. Maybe it does a retest, and then it does eventually come back down here to 6 cents. That's possible. I think ultimately this thing is going to end up moving to the upside. Cardano looks pretty good overall. I think it's going to make a move up, come back down pretty significantly. It's probably going to freak people out, but then I think it's going to make that move to the upside. HBAR. We've been watching this. This has been consolidating for a long time. Let's just see if this makes sense for any buys right now. So, no, this one, I mean, it probably will make a move up, but it's not anything I would be buying. Matic, again, kind of hanging on here, hanging on. This is the Binance pump and dump coin. Call it the Binance pump and dump coin because, let's go all the way back here. When this thing got listed, you had your initial pump, then you had the retail FOMO pump, and then this thing just got completely obliterated. And I believe it was actually on Matic BTC that got just completely obliterated. Let's pull this up here on Binance. There it is. Pump, dump. Happened again. Pump, dump. And now we're just eking along, right? Had a mini pump and dump, had another mini pump and dump, right? This is Binance just selling on all of the retail, right? Binance is just growing their account while everybody is just losing. And it sucks. I know it sucks. Anyway, let's keep on going. Now let's take a look at, let's see here, Fetch AI. This has been on a pretty good run for, basically ever since the bottom here on mid-March. Let's go back to the hourly though. The hourly on this one, it looks like it wants to come down a little bit more. The 3-hour and the 12-hour coming down. The 1 hour is going to kind of be bouncing around. Tron went up when Bitcoin went up, so I bet Tron versus Bitcoin did pretty well. It's getting there. Again, maybe just one more push up. Let's see here. This one doesn't look very good. Yeah, of course we had an accumulation buy here at 2.16. Accumulation buy here at about 2.17. This one probably does want to move up. Actually, the 12-hour looks pretty good. The 3-hour is still kind of moving up. So I would say this one probably does have, still some room to the upside. I'm not interested in buying it. It's really in sort of like a chop zone right now. So that's the reason why I don't really like this one right now, because it's still kind of ranging. So until this thing finally breaks out of this zone right here, I'm not interested in it. So yeah, I don't really like it. Let's take a look at Zilliqua. Zilliqua 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3 or the C. This one looks like it probably does have room to go. I wouldn't buy it here. I would say it's probably going to come back down here and retest this at about 1.8 cents. So I would hold off on this guy. CHZ, I mean, this one, I mean, the chart just looks so bad. It's not a buy for me anyway. FTM, Phantom. This one is looking okay. Let me zoom out on this. Is this one actually worth buying? That's the question, because it has gone up pretty significantly. So if we do this, let's just see if this guy is worth giving any attention. Okay, so we've got that right there. Pull this guy up here. We hit the top. I don't know. I feel like this move is pretty close to being done. It probably will make another push up here to about maybe 2 cents. So, I mean, it's at about 1.5 cents. So, I mean, that's a pretty significant move to the upside. If it goes up to 2 cents, you're still looking at about 36% gain. Stop loss on this guy would be on a break of 1.35 cents. I would say that's probably what I would say. So if you're going to take that trade there, stop loss at about 1.35 cents. We'll just pull that up there. That's about 8%, right? That's an 8% loss. But you're still looking at this to go up to about 1.9 cents, which is again about 33%. So that's still got some room to the upside. I'd say if that's the channel that we're looking at, that would be a trade that I might be interested in taking. Haven't decided yet. So far, this is the only one that has given us a real buy signal on the waves indicator. So yeah, that looks really good. So all right, Foos, can we take a look at any indications on comp? All right, let's do that. I'm just going to do a couple more, and then I'm going to go ahead and end this. I don't want to go through all of the alts. Comp actually looks like it might be okay. So comp had an accumulation buy here at 157. Also down here, we had a buy signal at about 154. We're currently at 156. Looks okay. Let's go to a daily and see what this looks like. Oh, right. This is the one that just kept going down further and further and further. So we've got that move up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just measure this out. I'm going to take this off of log. This guy down to this guy. You know what? This looks like it wants to go down to 143, and it's at 156 right now. I would be careful. I would wait, honestly, because there's not a whole lot of history here. So in my opinion, this is still in price discovery mode, right? You only have data back to what, June 25th. I would wait. I would wait on this. That's just my opinion, just to wait on this guy. Yeah, it looks like it wants to move up, but I think it is going to end up coming down again before it does that. Even though we had some accumulation buys here, I think it wants to push down. I think this is a failed accumulation buy, and I think it wants to push down a little bit further, down to areas that it hasn't been before, which leads me to believe it's going to go for this algo target at 143. If you want to set some blind buys at 143, that's where I would set them. I would just be very careful because, again, this is still very much in price discovery mode. You had a golden zone rejection here, which means it wants to go for the negative 236, which is at about $143. And again, when I'm talking about a golden zone rejection, what I'm talking about is we had this dominant pivot high, dominant pivot low. Our next dominant pivot was at the 618, which tells me it wants this price right here. It might bounce between here and there, but this is what it wants. It wants $143. From there, let's take a look and see what things look like. I'll set an alert on this guy because we have potential down here. I'll set it at 145. We will pay attention to this guy, and maybe it'll turn into a buy. All right. Is there anything else that I want to take a look at? Was it RVN? It was REP. Let's take a look at REP. Auger. Oh, this one's pulling back. Did I miss this one? Maybe I already took a look at this. Yeah, it looks like it wants to continue going down. Let's take a look at REP versus Bitcoin. This one, Bitcoin's pumping. This is dropping. This is a sign of weakness. I would not be in Auger. I would not be in it. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to attempt a bounce, take the bounce at 23.50, right? We're at 24.07. It's like a 50 cent difference, but I would say, not, yeah, I guess that is 50 cents, right? 0.0024, yeah, a little, it's not 50, it's more like 500. But anyway, I think it's probably going to come back down here to 23.50, probably going to bounce from there. So Foos, that's for you as well. All right. I think that's it for now. I've actually been here for almost an hour talking to you guys, 50 minutes. So, hopefully this helped you guys out. If it did, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Tell your friends. If you want access to the Discord, throw in a comment. I'll be more than happy to send an invite to our Discord channel, where we talk about all different kinds of things, stocks, crypto, and many other things as well, and where you can also get access to the indicators that I use. And if you're on the Discord, feel free to invite people that we're always looking for like-minded individuals, good constructive people. I feel like we've got a really great community and I'm really happy with what we've been able to build. So, we're always looking to grow that. And I guess that's it. So Foos, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching today. And yeah, we had a good group today. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, and a good